pretty good work day for a Tuesday. Tried to throw some new things at guys in regards to just some structural things to continue to challenge them with how we're working, trying to create that game type of intensity throughout the course of practice, and truly just working on the fundamental aspects of what we're trying to do, how we're trying to grow. I thought there was a good response with some of the speed work that we got against each other. I saw guys, definitely putting forth a really good effort, trying to play with a relentless mindset, and still, having a great focus on our communication, our fundamentals, just some things that we got to continue to clean up and build upon. But definitely, proud of our guys for the steps that we're taking in the right direction, and them embracing that mindset and approach, and just continuing to work towards that, and preparing for North Carolina here this week.
First question will be Irish Rappel from Warcamp.
Yesterday, Coach Fuller did not seem to want to entertain the topic of defenses giving up a lot of points across the country. Do you have any theories as to why that's happening? Did what happened the 6 months or so of the interruption this offseason, do you think that had a bigger impact on defenses than maybe some people might have expected?
Who knows? The thing we're focused on is, what we can do to improve and get better. We see and understand the issues that we have, in places that have shown up throughout the course of games, and we've got to improve and get better. And that's kind of our focus. What's happening across the country. We get asked the question about offense a few weeks ago. Now, defenses. It doesn't. All that doesn't really matter. For us, we understand where we need to grow, where we need to improve, and my focus this week is that we come out and we play better than we played. At this point, up to this point of the season, and we're planning on doing that.
Mike, I was curious to get your thoughts on the offensive line and the growth. It seems like they've been progressing the last couple of weeks. I guess, one, would you agree with that? And if so, why do you think that is?
I think, those guys are focused on their improvement. I know it's a very general thing to say, but I definitely believe that I'm seeing that them get better. We've had a little bit of continuity, not absolute continuity. We've still been without a few guys, and you had to have some moving pieces. But those guys are embracing the work, and we're hard on them every day. Pushing them in all aspects. But that's going to help this program continue to grow and advance. Based off the offensive line, the defensive line. Those units have to be the true backbone of your football team. And I definitely seen some great growth with the offensive line, and even though there's a lot of young faces, you look at it, we've played, I want to say five freshmen, either redshirt or true freshmen, throughout the course of the season already, and then we got a couple sophomores that are in there, and just pleased with their development, and then even the older guys, guys like Bavion Johnson, Devante Taylor. Those guys are continuing to grow and working with within that group. So definitely pleased with some of the steps I've seen.
Coach, something Coach Boot just said yesterday was, if you're focused on the results in your coaching or your teaching, then you're coaching or teaching probably the wrong way. How do you balance that kind of philosophy with, you want to see improvement in process, with the obvious, like you want to win, you want to see results immediately?
Yeah, well, you have the standard and the potential that you believe that your football team can achieve. And if we go out there and we play to the best of our ability, we give great effort. We play with a focus of fundamentals and take technique. It's never going to be perfect. I understand that, but when you're playing to the maximum of your potential in those aspects, and you can live with the results. And but if all you're doing is focused on just the end goal or the end result. I've been a part of games where you've been successful and really taken a step back as a program because of lack of improvement in certain areas. We're looking to build this the right way. We're looking to, there's not ever a game that I go and take the field that I don't expect to be successful. And because I have great trust in our players, I have great trust in our coaches. The things that we're willing to do and the way that we work. But whenever you if all you're doing is looking at 3 steps ahead and just focus on Saturday night, then you're going to miss out the opportunity to grow and get better today.
We'll go back to Brennan from
Mike, how was Jordan Travis's hand? Was he able to practice in full today, or at least progress?
He did. He practiced today. Yes, sir.
Next will be Aslan Hudson from Moortown.
Coach, offensively, you as an offensive play caller, you would go to your quarterback and maybe talk to them about what sort of plays or routes they feel comfortable playing. Defensively, I mean, I know you guys are the teachers, they're the students, you don't want them to set the game plan, but are those conversations worth asking with your defensive players at this time about maybe there's certain things they feel more comfortable running or things that they don't feel are clicking?
Well, I mean, that's always a part of the process, and a way that you get a sense of how comfortable guys are is the way that they perform and execute in practice. But those, we definitely have those conversations, and we want to play to the strengths of what our guys can do, and make sure we put them in the best position. And a lot of that is making sure that there's times that things will look good in practice, but that's really part of that approach of bringing that game mentality to practice. Because there's a handful of plays, some of the explosive plays that we gave up last week that. With all the right intentions, we either didn't communicate or didn't use proper fundamentals or missed opportunity in the moment. And that's where you have to be able to transition and take that preparation and be able to apply it through the course of the game. And so, but we definitely have those conversations, and there's an understanding throughout this program is that if you don't feel comfortable in an with something you're being asked to do, then that's you've got to be able to communicate. And our coaches, we have a lot of back and forth with players, and trying to help assist them through that learning curve if there's ever something new. But we definitely have that back and forth.
Hey, Mike, you talked a good bit about UNC's offense yesterday, and obviously you know the challenge they present. What have you seen from the defense? I know Coach Dillingham talked yesterday about the pressure and how they're going to bring it from a bunch of different ways, and how that'll challenge the offensive line.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, this is a big play defense, very capable. That you look back. I mean, I think in the last contest they gave up some points there late in the contest. You're working through that, but overall, I mean, I think they're top 25 in scoring defense. I mean, they've done a good job through the course of the season. They've got some good athletes, really good scheme, well coached. I mean, it's going to be a great challenge for us, and that's why we have to have such a great week of preparation. I like our start of what we were able to do today, but it's going to be a great challenge for our offense.
Hey, Coach, I've noticed other teams across the country that are historically really good defensive teams are giving up a lot of yards this year. I think your team's ranked 59th, but teams like Alabama are 66 in average yards per game. Is there something happening? Is our offenses just ahead of defenses? Did the COVID layoff, can you make any sense of how many yards teams are giving up this year?
I mean, kind of like I mentioned, our focus is on ourselves, and trying to clean up the issues that have really happened in throughout the course of our games of why we've given up some of those plays, and things that we need to get addressed and fixed. What's going across the country. That's really I don't pay too much attention to that. Just trying to really focus on our team and the development and growth that we can have there defensively, offensively, and in special teams. And so. I don't have a great answer for that question other than we're continuing to focus on our improvement.
We'll go back to Ira from Moortown.
When you found out Devante Taylor was available in the transfer market, he contacted you guys. Did you have an idea of what kind of guy he would be in terms of the leadership skills and all those other things, or did you just think, hey, he's a guy that's played right tackle and had some success? At what point did you realize he might be a bigger factor in some of those intangible areas?
Well, I mean, and and I will say that when he became available in the portal, we've got relationships throughout the state, and actually his high school coach, reached out and contacted Coach Fuller, and they've got a great relationship, and he alluded to the type of young man that he was more than even the type of player that he was, and I can tell you, we're going to bring the right guys into this program, and it's you look at the guys that we've been able to attract here, through through transfers that have come in, since I got here in December, through the signees. I mean, it is an impressive group, and they're definitely gonna help our program as we move forward. But you look at Devante Taylor, Jordan Wilson. I mean, I hate it that Jordan Wilson is not able to play this year, but he is an unbelievable young man, and even his encouragement for guys at practice. I mean, he's going to be a great player, and I mean, I'm excited about him getting another year and being able to be a part of this program. But those I mean, Miko Dotson. I mean, what an incredible person. Like that's the key. That's the focus, is making sure that anybody that comes in this program, they got to fit that mindset, the mentality. They got to be willing to work. They want to be able to inspire and impact others. I mean, you watch Devante Taylor, and you watch him at practice. You watch him through the course of the game. Just the mentorship, the leadership. I mean, Miko Dotson is the exact same way. I mean, Jordan, I've mentioned those grad transfers. You've got to be certain on those guys. We're not going to take somebody that's just going to be a quick fix, and if things are going great for them, wonderful. But if they don't fit the mindset and approach to this program, because this program, we're building something. We're building something special, and and those guys are helping lay that foundation.
Next will be Joey Lamar from WCPU.
Hey, Coach, how's it going?
Going well, but yourself, Joey.
How involved have you been in the defensive game planning for this week? I know you like to focus on the offense a lot. Are you more hands-off, or are you being more involved this year in the defensive game planning?
Like I said yesterday, when it comes to that, obviously I got great coaches, but I'm involved in every aspect of what we do. And that's no different this week than it was last week, or at any point that I've been a head coach. And obviously there's some things that we're going to continue to improve in all three phases, and things that we're continuing to focus and addressing. But I've got a great group of coaches, and we're continuing to help develop these guys so that we can play to the best of our ability come Saturday.